But yeah,
find artists to be lacking today coming up in the game?
artists are lacking artist development.
So,
Yeah.
but when you say team, you mean lawyer, you mean manager, or whatever team means?
So when I say team, right, I'm talking. You got a manager, you got an on-the-road manager, you got a photographer, you got a videographer, you got a cinematographer. I wouldn't want a team. I would want an army.
So what are some of the packages that you're offering today? What would you say
Absolutely.
is a good starting budget for an up-and-coming artist trying to get into the game today? Welcome back to Solar Streets, everybody. I'm your boy G Waterz, and we have a special guest today from Mount Vernon, King French. Welcome to the show, man. How you doing today?
Thank you. Yes, sir. Give it up. 914. Let's go.
Come on now. There's a lot of great talent that's come out of Mount Vernon. Some of my favorites, Heavy D, I'll Be Sure, Kyle West, producer. Like, it's a lot of greats. How does it feel coming from such rich history?
Honestly, it feels amazing. It feels great. You understand what I'm saying? You know, Denzel, he was part of the Mount Vernon scene as well. Dougie Fresh. Even P. Diddy, I believe, as well. You know, I know he's going through his things, but he's from Mount Vernon as well. So yeah.
Right. True. And Harlem. He I don't know. I think Harlem shut him down. So Mount Vernon still got him in rotation.
Mount Vernon still got him, you know, a little bit, you know.
That's what's up. Well, we ain't mad at you, Diddy. You know what I mean? God bless you and everybody that's going through everything in that situation. Wishing nothing but the best over here from Soul Streets. So you've been doing a lot of great things for the culture, and we appreciate everything that you're offering. Culture, what are some of the things that you're offering?
Yeah, so some of the biggest things is, you know, you could probably call me a tastemaker, you know what I'm saying? So pretty much, you know, we decide what's in, what's out, you know what I'm saying? What's the biggest part of the culture, you know? And so specifically, you know, I'm heavily influential when it comes to the music and the dance. I recognize there's certain cadences or tendencies that I see that's circulating, and I'm happy for it. You know, and a lot of people may say, you know, what are you talking about, or where's your influence? And what I say to that is, just check my resume, right? Or you could Google me. You feel me? Respectfully. And so what I'm offering is, you know, just the know-how when it comes to dance, choreography, and just overall sound marketing when it comes to different artists and things like that.
What do you find artists to be lacking today coming up in the game?
So, to be honest, artists are lacking artist development. That's what it is. And so, a lot of the time, just spending a big portion of their career really developing their sound, their approach, their target audience, their niche. And once they can figure out those things, then they can kind of speed up or scale up their process. But until they figure that out, they're kind of just working in circles. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes artists just lack a really solid team. You're gonna need a team behind you because you can't do it by yourself, because you're gonna experience a lot of burnout and a lot of frustration. So it's important for you to have a team.
I agree. I mean, even though Keith Sweat just said in a recent interview that he hasn't had a manager in 30 years in his whole career. So I was like, wow, that's him. He just had a good lawyer, but that's a team as well. So yeah. When you say team, you mean lawyer, you mean manager, or whatever team means?
So when I say team, right, I'm talking, you got a manager, you got an on-the-road manager, you got a photographer, you got a videographer, you got a cinematographer, you got a booking agent, you got a PR person. You know what I'm saying? You got a security detail if you need one. You know what I'm saying? You need a financial advisor. So like just how a label would take care of you, that's what I'm saying when you need a team. Now, if you're doing it independent, then 9 times out of 10, you're wearing 3 to 5 of those hats. And then you delegate wherever else that you need. You know what I'm saying? Myself personally, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want a team, I would want an army. You feel me? So if we going for the big gusto, let's ride out with an army. It's different. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all my Lion 8. Shout out to my Lion 8 family. You feel me? You know, big gorilla, heavy on the gorilla. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't mad. Matt. So what are some of the packages that you're offering today?
So some of the packages that I offer, you know what I'm saying? Typically, when it comes to like dance promos, we really do try to work with the artist's budget. You know what I'm saying? I won't say a number in particular. I'll just say that for like a conversation between me and an artist. You know what I'm saying? So I know what number we can't go below, and we try to make it affordable. And also, too, sometimes depending upon the relationship, you know, we could offer a family discount. Now, if it's a dance promo, it could range anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute, or it could be like a series based upon which songs that they want. Now, if it's a marketing campaign, we do anything from 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. You know, typically what it takes for our artists to really, really pop, if they're consistent and they're moving at the pace that we move, it's anywhere from 6 months to a year that they'll be able to pop within that time frame. Anything less than that, they're not going to be able to maintain that level of speed. I'm telling from experience. So, you know, I've seen people rise and fall in a day, in a week, in a month. You know, and then you ask yourself that where did they go?
Right,
they fell off. So yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of falling on and falling off. It happens real quick today. I mean, it's always been, but you know, the cream. How about they say, the good ones last, right?
Yeah, it's true.
The good ones last. So, with these campaigns, are you finding a lot of support with the artists, or is it a lot of?
Absolutely. So right now, what's been one of the biggest transitions and movements is, I don't know if you are familiar with this artist, but his name is Let's Bubble Up. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely got a crazy sound, highly original, and he just got that tenacity to keep it pushing. Definitely been doing dance promos with him and stuff like that, and so we recognize many of things. So we recognize, you know, we saw him on the Explore page. Was able to get a big show with Skrilla, to open up for Skrilla. Okay. We had like over 192,000 followers, so that was huge. Out in Rhode Island. He also just been making the connections between the West Coast and down South. So his name is definitely making noise. He's definitely making some noise. So which is dope. So it does work. What I would advise artists is to come up with a plan, come up with a game plan and a budget, and then we can see how we can take them to that next level. What
would you say is a good starting budget for an up-and-coming artist trying to get into the game today?
Well, that's a multi-layered question. I've discovered and I found out that to break one record successfully on the radio campaigns, artists is going to need about 200,000. In order to make a record hit, they need about 200,000 US dollars to make something shake.
Without the viralness and like just going straight up as a plan.
Correct.
There are situations where people don't have 200. I mean, majority of us don't have $200,000.
They don't have it right there. So I would say if they're doing it on their own, independent, they're gonna need anywhere maybe 10 to 20K. Okay. Now if they're working with, you know, Kingfinch Fame Promotions and media campaigns, you know what I'm saying? I would say starting, ideally, you know, just starting. You know, if they're looking like for the first 3 months, anywhere from maybe 3 to 5K.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Realistically speaking, and if they don't have that, then it would be a project by project basis, and they could float like that. But here's the thing: you got to pay to play. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? And the game is to be sold, not told. So you're gonna have to have something to keep moving your momentum forward. So that's really what it comes down to, right? And the best thing is, people want to do business with their friends. People want to do business with people that they can trust. And I will say this: as far as goes as my reputation, you want to build with somebody you can trust, and somebody that you know that's not trying to screw you over. And so right. I pride myself on that 100%.
Dope. Do you do like payment plans for certain artists? Like
absolutely. Okay. So again, we definitely work with artists. You know, if they're not even touching that 1K a month radar, then we just build with them with what they got. And we work.
There's something that you can do on every level, starting if you're willing to invest in yourself. Basically, like if you just come in with nothing, then nothing's gonna happen. But if you have a true something that you can really work with, and the talent is there, and you believe in the talent, you can make something.
Absolutely. So let's say they didn't have that 1K. I would say probably starting anywhere around that $500 mark. We could start something. We could like put a little scratch on the certain things, just to kind of get them some publication, maybe get them on a certain article or whatever, and really dissect what it is that they're trying to do, because there's so many things, there's so many ways to make money in the music industry. You don't have to be the artist. You could be the videographer, you could be the radio station. You understand what I'm saying? So there's so many different avenues. They just need to really assess as to what they want and then go after it and commit. You got to commit. You got to
execute. Things that needs to be working alongside their own grind as well, right? It can't be just one-sided. Like, you can't be expecting your movement to do everything. That you need to be moving on your own as well.
Exactly.
Yep. I think that's what a lot of where it gets mixed up. I find a lot of creatives, they just, they hire a team and then they forget that the team can only do as much as you're doing. So it's like, if you're consistent finding and doing what you need to do, it's gonna also motivate and build the story that the teams that you hired can make things happen with as well.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So I mean, I think what you're doing is amazing. I think it's great. It's definitely needed for the culture, and it's dope that you stepped up and made it happen. So how did you realize that this was missing?
To be honest with you, what I realized was there's such a discrepancy when people are pushing out their content between how many people are in their movement and supporting the movement, and just the overall reach of the content that they're putting out. And what I realized is that I've been a student of the game. So I've been doing this for over 10 plus years, since 2013. And so I've been able to recognize different patterns and trends and everything else. And so before something is popping, 10 times out of 10, I already know about it. And then I'm able to just kind of implement that and insert different vibes, different things. And that's what's going to take artists, music, everything else to the next level.
Facts.
The best kept secret is no longer a secret because it's coming. You feel me?
Pretty much, especially when you're tuned in,
exactly.
And when you know what's going on. So,
exactly.
I'm trying to ask a question that an artist may want to ask.
Sure.
Like, what would be a turnoff, and you working with on like, what are the turnoff? Like, not necessarily a question that an artist would want to ask, but like, what is some of the things that you would look at an artist and be turned off to not want to work with it, even if they're talented or whatever?
Okay, one, they don't have a budget. You got to have a budget. 2, they don't keep their word. 3, they try to take advantage, and you can peep that from a mile away. 4, they can't make up their mind. They're always changing their answers. And then 5, I would say no clear sense of direction. If you don't know where you're going, you're gonna be making circles around yourself, and then that's counterproductive.
That's the fact. And with a budget, what do you think the artist should be working on first? Like,
so with the budget, I would say the artist needs to work on just marketing. If they have the talent, they need to set up a budget for marketing. And then they can start worrying about every other avenue or aspect as it relates to the talent. But set up a budget for marketing, and then they can go from there.
And how? Because there's so many people in the DMs hitting people up at different companies. How would an artist be able to determine who's real and who's not? Because first, they would schedule a consultation with King Fringe Fame. Come on, now talk about it.
And then we can figure out together who's who and who's not, who's faking, right, and who's actually doing the damn thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's probably, you probably get a lot of consultation just to see who's real and who's not.
All the time.
Yeah, I'm sure
people get consultations and they don't even realize they're getting a consultation because so much value is given out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
No, I appreciate everything that you got hopefully, I'm sure the artists that you work with, the artists that you're going to work with, and continue to work with, and is going to learn and grow, and we see a lot of new talent just flourish. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what all is going to happen. Is there any artists right now that you're checking out that we should look out for?
Definitely Lex Bubble Up is one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mo Dub, absolutely. And if I had to do a third one, I'll probably say Daquan, Ale the Man. So we got a combination of 2 CT artists, 1 New York artist, and then we'll do the honorable mention Kingfinch Fame. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But yeah, we coming hard. You know what I'm saying?
Dope. Now, would you be? Who would you say is who can we look up? Who's on the come up from Mount Vernon that you got your eyes on?
Who's on the
or that had their eyes on you and knew to reach out to you that you feel comfortable shouting out?
Well, if we talking like CT, I'm gonna go with Lex Bubble Up. If we're talking Mount Vernon, I would probably say Kid Meech, because he's got some songs out there. I'll probably say Kid Meech, honestly. Kid Meech.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like a Instagram. He does parties, does events and comedians, but he makes music as well, and he's got that energy to really get you, in a, you know what I'm saying, in a vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
Yeah.
Right. People get in touch with your movement and get some more information.
Yeah, absolutely. So y'all could just DM me at Kingfinch Fame. So KingFrenchFame. So King like royalty, French like the language, and fame like you famous.
That's what I'm talking about. Yo, thanks so much for spending a little time with Soul Streets. And we definitely here. You got any music of the artists you work with? Send them in. So we can get them on rotation.
Absolutely.
Make sure it's that hot fire that we need so much. Stay blessed out here, and most importantly, stay safe. Because it's crazy out here.
You're right. Gotta stay safe. Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, man. Be easy, man.
All right.
Peace.